You've released a statement saying you were actually against this breakup. Why do you think this activist investor is looking at Credit Suisse now when shares have been up?
Yeah, well, he's looking at it. Excuse me. He's looking at it because, unfortunately, the bank's share price has underperformed over the last probably the better part of the decade. And if we go back into history, we see that about 2 years ago, the CEO of Credit Suisse was replaced with Mr. Tam Tijan, and Mr. Tijan introduced and executed a plan which focused on kind of lower the capital by lowering the capital of the investment bank and deploying more of that capital into the more profitable, more stable private wealth management business, the private bank, the asset management, and wealth management businesses. So this has been the plan for the last 2 years. Unfortunately, this takes time. You just can't turn around an aircraft carrier per se in just a couple of weeks, months, or quarters. And this plan has taken time. At the same time, you've had to wind down the bad bank, the strategic resolution unit. And so far, over the last 2 years, though it's taken this long, progress has been pretty good. It's been at a respectable pace. If you go too fast, winding down that SRU, you take losses. And so I think the bank has been responsible.
Yeah. And David,
so at this stage, I think it's too late to do the plan.
Yeah, David, I want to, if you look at the plan, first of all, how would you fund a standalone investment bank? What would happen to the trading business when you separate the investment bank?
Yeah, because a lot of the funding has come from the profits made from the other units. Now, the bank eventually should be able to fund itself. But again, this will not be able to happen until that SRU is wound down. If you look at the profits of the company, they do look muted. They do look worse than their peers. But this is because they're winding down this SRU. Once this SRU is wound down in the next few years, and as profitability comes through in the other regions, you should see a much, much different story. And they've done a very good job to date of winding down this SRU, but it takes time. If you rush it, it will hit the P&L line. And our view is we'd rather have them kind of optimize the wind down. Yes, you want those bad assets off, but you don't want to sell them at any price.
David,